Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're counting down our predictions for Horizon Forbidden West.
Until it destroys us all.
I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
I will be ready.
For this video, we'll be looking at improvements to the gameplay we'd love to see in the sequel, as well as where we think the story could lead us in the next chapter of Aloy's journey into the Forbidden West. Be warned, there will be spoilers ahead for Horizon Zero Dawn. What changes would you like to see in Guerilla's new game and the Horizon universe? Let us know down in the comments.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Decima Engine Improvements. Guerilla Games' Decima Engine was already an impressive piece of tech in the first Horizon game, but there is always room for improvement and innovation. Death Stranding also used Guerilla's proprietary game engine, and even with just a couple years between the release of Horizon and Death Stranding, the improvements to the engine were already apparent. With the sequel, we'd love to see not only detail in characters and environments improve and show off what the engine is capable of in glorious 4K and HDR, but an overall more cinematic experience in general. The world and lore of Horizon is wonderfully detailed, but some character models just didn't hold up alongside the main character, and the game's cinematics suffered from more than a few awkward transitions that we'd love to see smoothed out in Forbidden West.
Until it destroys us all.
Co-op.
That allowed us to kind of create these moments, these encounters with machines through a bit of nature with a female character, and everything didn't look like it looks today when the game shipped.
Co-op play was an early concept design that almost made it into Horizon Zero Dawn, as demonstrated in the no-clip documentary about the making of the original game. While the feature was eventually scrapped, it is entirely possible it could make a return in the sequel. It's not hard to imagine playing with a group of friends or co-op partner from one of the new tribes in the Forbidden West and teaming up together to hunt down rogue or corrupted machines. While we wouldn't want this to interfere with Aloy's overall story, it could be a nice side content drop similar to what Naughty Dog did with the Factions multiplayer for The Last of Us. As we get closer to the game's eventual release, here's hoping we'll learn much more about the new features and modes the game will be bringing with it.
There's nothing I wouldn't do to save this world. No depths I won't explore.
A natural threat. In Horizon Zero Dawn, Aloy is sent into the world to discover not only her past, but also what was causing the corruption of the machines that were becoming increasingly more aggressive to the world's inhabitants. While Aloy seemingly stopped the corruption for the time being, the new threat demonstrated in the trailer could end up being one not from Hades' corruption, but from Mother Nature itself.
I must find a way to stop it. Or it will get worse and worse.
With the new threat of the red weed that seems to be attacking all organic life, this could be a problem that Aloy can't simply override. Given Aloy's genetic ties to the original Zero Dawn protocol, it's possible that she could end up having to enact a new countermeasure herself to combat this new environmental disaster. This could lead to all new machines roaming the world specifically designed to rid the world of the red weed and its effects on the environment. New tribes.
So many people here all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
With new territories comes new perspectives of the world. While Aloy is most familiar with the Nora and their customs, she also came to know much more about the Karja, the Banuk, and the Oseram tribes throughout her journey in Zero Dawn. The few snippets we get of new tribes within the Forbidden West trailer show off only two possible new tribes, both with wildly different characteristics to one another. Silence appears to be assisting a new tribe similar to the Shadow Karja, who seek to control the machines by any means necessary. while the other tribe seems to be a more simple farming settlement. Aloy will most likely end up protecting one from the other and their differing beliefs, but this could simply be only a glimpse of the many new religions and cultures Aloy will need to learn to navigate in her quest through the Forbidden West.
I will be ready.
Silence will still be an uneasy ally.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Throughout the entirety of Horizon Zero Dawn, both Aloy and the player were never quite sure what Silent's true intentions were. Claiming himself to be a seeker of knowledge, Silence always seemed to have an underlying motive in his aid throughout Aloy's quest.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem.
Given how predominantly he's featured within the Forbidden West trailer, it seems unlikely that Silence and Aloy won't be crossing paths once again. However, given that only the player knows of Silence capturing the rogue AI Hades at the close of the first game, Aloy could still view Silence as an ally of sorts in her new adventure. Silence clearly has motivations of his own as we see him assisting new tribes in overriding machines, but come the close of Forbidden West, his thirst for knowledge could allow Hades to get the upper hand on him.
Well, let's begin.
Real-world locations. While most of Horizon Zero Dawn is presumed to take place in Colorado and the surrounding areas, Forbidden West is most definitely taking place along the United States western coast. Landmarks such as the Golden Gate Bridge are clearly visible in the Forbidden West trailer, as are other real-world locations such as the Ferry Building and the Transamerica Pyramid. Given the aerial view of the landscape in the trailer, it's clear that gamers and Aloy will be exploring a much more urban area than the first game. While it's unlikely all the buildings will be fully explorable, it would be a welcome change of pace to be stalked by various machines in cramped corridors and forced to use new variations of stealth to deal with them. Familiar characters.
As Sunhawk, I've made sure we invite prospective members based on ability and drive, regardless of Karja blood.
While Aloy will undoubtedly meet many new characters in her journey to stop the new growing threat, it would still be nice to possibly not only have her cross paths with some of her former allies, but even team up with them for specific areas of the game.
The killers are still out there, and somehow they've corrupted the machines, spreading madness.
Yes, I've seen it myself.
Aloy's journey in Horizon Zero Dawn was greatly shaped by the other characters she interacted with, and in most cases, she wouldn't have gotten as far in her journey as she did without their help. While we already know that Erend is returning, other characters like Tanala seem like the most likely candidates to follow Aloy on her new quest, but we wouldn't be surprised if the likes of Nil, Varl, or even Teb made the journey in one form or another. Teb, especially, given his puppy dog-like admiration for Aloy.
In preparation for this day, I've made an outfit for you. I hope you like it.
Aloy grows up.
Children, come with me. She's an outcast, to be shunned.
Aloy more than proved herself a capable hunter and fighter throughout the course of the first title. Her people skills, however, were in dire need of some adjustment. Being raised as an outcast from society well into her teen years, her animosity towards others is understandable given her circumstances.
First you shunned me, now this?
Despite this, she still had much compassion for her fellow tribes, and many companions naturally gravitated to her simply due to her confidence and caring nature. With the sequel clearly advancing a few years into Aloy's journey, we'd like to see how Aloy has adjusted to no longer being treated as an outcast, and how her journey helping others has shaped her even further.
Unless someone does something about it?
I like you.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. New Game Plus at launch. Should always be a day one option for added replay value.
Rost?
The Forbidden West. If we're lucky, we could end up exploring the entirety of the West Coast.
No barrier I won't cross. This mission is mine alone.
Better climbing. Maybe not Breath of the Wild levels of climbing, but more freedom would be an improvement. Hades return.
This is Hades?
Aloy, this is not the time.
It's a metal devil.
Hades revealed itself to be the shadow behind the curtain pulling the strings of the machines towards the end of Horizon Zero Dawn. With Gaia and her safety protocols that protected the human race from Hades and the wrath of the machines failing to stop the demonic AI, Hades was a daunting threat.
Entity cannot destroy me. I am beyond its reach.
Aloy seemingly put an end to Hades at the climax of the first game, but it was later revealed that Silence had captured Hades and is now out in the world with his old friend. Given the enormous environmental threat posed in the trailer for Forbidden West, it's unlikely Hades will be the big bad of the series' second outing, but expect to still hear from him at some point throughout the game, with the ending most likely setting up for his climactic return in the inevitable third game.
Presence of entity has been accounted for.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoPlays and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.